In case you missed it, a new Wickerbottom refresh is out now in beta form, everyone. She now boasts over 11 novelty novels, a fiery weapon all for herself, perk tweaks, and a bookcase. But that's just the start. For you see, this specific character update is not just about one specific character. Wortox, Winona, and Walter have all received some love. And heck, we might as well just include some overall gameplay changes too while we're at it, right? So let's suck some souls. As the suckers themselves have gotten oh so much better. For one thing, souls now give Wortox more hunger when stuffed in his face. Now it's not much on paper, only an additional 0.8 per soul mind. However, that is quickly going to add up at the end of the day, and makes the -5 sanity per soul a bit more tolerable for sure. But speaking of sanity, Wortox now gains a bit back whenever he goes to heal himself or others when dropping souls on the ground. Now this sanity thing only applies to him, not other characters. And once more, it's not much. It's +3 per soul to be exact. But it's the little things like this that add a lot to a character, if you know what I mean. Our playful imp needs souls, so they should tend to his needs. It's good stuff. But we're only just getting started. Wortox is also going to benefit from the added ability to soul hop a second time in quick succession for free. Yes, you heard that right. Pay mind to my stack of souls at the bottom there, and you will see this mechanic in action. Following an initial hop, a cooldown timer kicks into gear, and if Wortox hops a second time before said cooldown is over, the second hop will not be eating the soul, essentially doubling them, if only used for quick navigation, of course. Now the timer is definitely short, but it's not that short, so take advantage for sure. But folks, it somehow gets even better and almost downright insane, as it's time to talk Wortox's ability to soul hop using the map. The guy can now teleport to any known and mapped area at the cost of ever-increasing souls, depending on just how far he'd like to go. There won't be any corner-to-corner hopping without an increase to a soul stack size, but even still, I went from the middle of the map to right off the edge for 16 souls. That's crazy. This mechanic is crazy, and now Wortox is even more powerful than ever. Do note again, however, that he can only do this if he's already mapped where he wants to go. And also, don't get yourself trapped with no souls while doing this, but have fun. But before we move on here, one last teleportation note. One that actually applies to all survivors' mind. Clay themselves have made it easier to telepoof or soul hop into cave holes, folks. Yes, you heard that right again. Clay officially helped in making this cave hole cheese more and more possible. Wow. And to think that we haven't even begun to talk about all the other crap yet, like Walter's ability to help keep Wabi calmer than ever. Now, we all know how annoying it can be to get bucked off our companion here over and over and over again with even the slightest hits. And that's not gonna change, actually. But what will help mitigate just how often it happens is reducing the damage that we take. These tweaks make it to where Walter must take, give or take, 8 damage in order to be thrown from Wabi, and armor is obviously going to allow him to stay on top of her for longer because of that. Do bear in mind, though, that taking small hits of damage in quick succession will absolutely still matter in the long run here, but spacing hits out like what I'm doing here is going to help counter that. In short, armor on top of Wabi is huge now, and can lead to less annoying bounce, and the better the armor, the more hits we will be able to take back to back to back. All that said though, even marble armor has its limits, and fast attacks, or of course multiple attackers, will still see Wabi throwing us off eventually. All around, her riding mechanics are far better than ever, however they are still not foolproof. They are also not the only Walter changes though, as poop pellets have got a bit of a tweak too. Not much. All that happens now is that we won't actually aggro more mobs while trying to de-aggro one or two with said poop pellets, but this is still a lovely quality of life tweak. so make notes. And speaking of that very thing, actually, the small, almost insignificant change to Winona here is just that, a teensy tiny quality of life tweak. For you see, before, if Winona didn't craft for a minute, she would have to fork over 5 hunger following the next craft. But now, if she stays still for a minute following a craft, like when players are maybe browsing the crafting menu for a little longer than usual or whatever, the next craft, and every craft afterwards, is not going to cost that 5 hunger. Like I said, a super small, almost invisible change at the end of the day, but hey, it's something. But to wrap up our day today comes even more not super noteworthy changes. The Lazy Explorer now deals 17 damage, just like our Walking Canes, and I must admit, I wasn't even aware that they weren't already doing such a thing. But lastly, Claws now walks through the loot stash, folks. Something that some of you probably never even thought of or paid mind to, and I don't blame ya. But why does this matter then? Well, because some folk were quote-unquote cheesing the fight by trapping the evil Santa right behind the loot stash, just out of reach, so that they could hit him with, say, Wanda's clock or a whip-like weapon, but he couldn't hit back. Oh well, the Claws fight is more fun when done legit anyways, in my opinion, so go learn how to kite 'em, you cheesers. And there you have it, everyone. Not only a friendly reminder that the Wickerbottom refresh is out now, as it kinda just suddenly dropped on us all, but also a reminder that the Wickerbottom refresh is not the only highlight of the updates. In fact, her changes are pretty simple and small compared to some of the others here, especially Wortox's. Now, I honestly cannot believe that Clay made an already powerful and arguably pay-to-win DLC character even better in one fell swoop. But hey, here we are, so enjoy him, folks. Thanks for watching, well wishes to all, keep checking this space for the inevitable hotfixes coming soon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.